Hello and welcome to Drakenmemoria. And don't worry, we're supposed to be 5 tonight. We've already received word from Remy that he's only going to be a few minutes late. We know audience is alive. That's all we know.
He was alive. Something might have happened to pickleball, you know.
Oh yeah,
It get pretty intense.
yeah. Exploding ball and all.
Yeah. Street rules.
Yeah, it's just like Super Dodgeball, you know. I think it was the NES. All right, so what are we doing tonight? Well, Dungeons and Dragons. If you were hoping for the map making stream, that's tomorrow. All right. What else can we say? Except what happened last episode. What happened last episode? Yes. The party finished most of its exploration of Remy's childhood home and prison. A few more tragic moments were left hiding in corners to further traumatize our poor friend, along with one final coalescence of dread and fear. The fight was swift and dangerous. Fortunately, our party had our perfect. Let's start again. Fortunately, our party had what was needed to significantly reduce the threat and the threat level of the encounter, and even more importantly, they remembered to use it. Now only a handful of room are left to explore. However, if they stay vigilant, the worst should be behind them. Ah, damn. I was really hoping that they'd get there before I finish reading. So, let's send the message. Ah, it says that Sam is idle. Well, we know his computer's working. So they'll be there soon enough. Yeah, what was I saying? If you like the thunderstorm in the background, that's ambient mixer. If you like the world map, that's WonderDraft. If you like the dungeon map, that's Dungeon Alchemist. And if you like the town maps, it's Canvas of Kings. Yay, got them all. Alright. Well, it's a little bit awkward starting with only half a party when everyone's supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we going to do? Let's readjust the battle map because we are going to be back on the first floor, if I remember correctly. Which means not this one, this one. We don't need this grid anymore. And Jorg is no longer that big. Okay. Okay. If I remember correctly, the order of march was Frago. So Fisher, Remy, Audience, Jorg, and Alvinac. I'm gonna put back the 20 by 20 grid. And unhook this so we can. Here we go. Okay. Because of the weirdness of Discord in the beginning, maybe just can one of you make sure that everything's going well on Twitch? That we can hear properly, me and possibly some of you. You know, just say something so you can know that we have everyone's voice.
I can hear your voice.
Good.
It looks like my camera's weirdly zoomed in.
Oh no, that's
Well, the cameras are going to be weird because they set up.
Oh, until they get back. Yeah, I see. Yep, I hear me too.
Okay.
Audio sounds good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna signal everyone. All right. We are already in. We need audience and Remy. All right.
Yeah.
Well, while we wait for them, I don't know why. Well, it's understandable that Remy is a bit traumatized by everything, so he's a little bit quiet for now. You know, he just had to endure the mean old lady who yelled at him for letting the sink overflow. Hold on. How can I...
When do we get to kill his old wizard guy?
We got to find him first.
Yeah, that's always the problem.
Let me at him.
So, why exactly? That's a weird one. Fish is in the right place. Who's not in the right place? I don't know who's that, but we'll adjust that camera. Okay. Come on. The program really doesn't like it when I play with the cameras once it's started. Okay. It really wants to be here, so let's let it be here then. Fisher, you're supposed to be here. I don't know who you are, but you're gonna be here, and we're gonna... Alright, and the last one, well, I'm gonna center it around he who is available right now, which means Jorg. Oh, come on, stop it. So Jorg is going to be here. Of course. Just as I'm about to finish the camera, someone else arrives. So I'm not going to complain because it's one more player, but it's sort of a comedic timing. Oh, problem with a camera. So who's that?
Zach.
Oh. Oh, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. All right. So what's happening here? Here we go. No. This one here. Come on, give it to me. I'm sorry, everyone. That's not the most fascinating start of episode, but at least right now we got something to watch. All right. So, as we wait for everyone else to get... Oh, come on. Now it's my home screen. I'm being betrayed by my own material. Alright. So, while we wait for everyone else, I believe this is where we were. Fisher in front, Remy right after, audience, Jorg, and Ahunak. And I believe you'd made your way into this room.
Were we gonna have just kind of cleared out the rest of the tower?
Yes. The only two rooms that you absolutely wanted to do on the first floor was the room of the master, and since there was probably a different trap, this one we were going to do, but the barrack of the first level, I'll just tell you what's inside because it doesn't escape the general rule that you've seen so far. So yeah, there was only one room remaining, so you didn't have to go through the entire grinding process. Okay, we're receiving a message from
Zach?
Yep. Having connection issue, restarting. Okay, hopefully it's the same problem with audience. So how do we do this with the players that we have? I could increase the size of the room just to give you more.
I mean, we can get started.
Yeah.
I think.
That's why I changed the size of this place so that you see a bit more. Which means I gotta increase the size of that. No. Alright. So it's roughly 4x4. So let's increase that until it's 4x4. Is it 4x4? Yeah. Okay. Here you go. You can at least see it a little better. The room. Alright. So, Remy's here. Audience is here. Fisher is the first one to enter. Alright, so you find yourself, so you should have, whoops, didn't update it. Here we go. You should have the map on Twitch, more zoomed in, so you can actually see better what's happening in there. A little more zoomed in. That's the best I could do on such short notice. Such short notice. I know, I've had 2 weeks to do this, but I've been busy doing something else.
Things outside D&D.
No, still in D&D, but
all right.
So as you enter, it's always the same thing. You got the 4 pillars with just enough room to shimmy behind them. Navigating the room, you've got 2 wardrobe, one on each side, left and right. There's a bed, upper part, and there's a desk, and I was planning to do something with the mimic, but we would have needed audience. So
Should we wait for audience to show up?
No. We need to start.
Okay.
He needs to be on time.
Audience.
I mean, we can also deal with the mimic.
Mhm.
With if I remember correctly, detect magic. Last time we were here, I got evocation from the pillars
Yes.
and nothing else other than the mimic.
Yeah, the mimic, the evocations.
Evocations.
No, you didn't get anything. However, the wardrobes and the desk, you can't see inside of them because they're closed.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go over to go
Since,
up.
since you mentioned the mimic, you notice that the
Mhm.
mimic has taken a new form. He looks like a huge golden throne with the emblem of audience's religion on it.
Mm.
Strange.
It's tiny.
Does a mimic have to transform into something? Can he like read our minds and then transform into things from there? I guess
um,
it doesn't matter.
a lot of it used to be that mimics, the normal mimics, were the intelligent one, and then over time, fifth edition, the hunter, the killer mimics became the standard, and the intelligent one became the rare ones. So
Oh.
this one is intelligence. It's not super intelligence. It has an average intelligence.
Hmm.
But, it's capable of looking around, figuring things out. They will take on the shape which they feel will give them the most food. So that's why they
Mm.
usually go into a chest when there are adventurers, because adventurers will want to go into the chest. But on its own, a mimic is a very large creature. It can take on the entire shape of a door frame if it wants. It can't change its mass, but it can spread
Hmm.
itself very thin if it wants to. The normal shape of a mimic is just a huge blob.
Mm.
Gross.
Hello,
And a
you're
half.
muted. You're not muted.
Hey, we have
Say something so we know if you're muted.
The
You're not
hold on,
muted.
I need to go. I need to find a big boombox and hold it over my head outside my girlfriend's window. Oh, sorry, we're not reenacting that film. Never mind.
no, sorry.
So, are all the cameras for this good? Camera's audience is not at the right place, but that's good. All right. So, we've just upgraded. Remy is in Jorg's place. I'm going to put you in a place
Okay,
that's
where's
more...
my dagger?
All right. The only one
I
we're
just gotta end
missing
it
is
now.
audience. What is audience doing?
I'll text him.
Yeah, apparently he's on his phone right now, so he's going to be able to see it. All right.
So he's too busy trying to find videos of hot girls on ScryTube.
All right, so okay, as I said, the normal shape of a mimic is just a gray blob, slightly purplish in nature, in color. But they have enough; they can spread themselves wide enough to cover a lot of things. So you see a bed in the middle of a dungeon. Well, he could have shapeshifted into the cover on the bed. So you go on it and. So he is smart enough to figure a lot of things out, but not. He doesn't read mine, as far as you know. He could be an exception, but he doesn't read mine and doesn't know the future or anything like this.
Mhm.
So if he's like this, it either means that he's hoping to get audience to sit on him, which means he's still hoping to eat him, or something else happened and he felt that it was the most opportune way of either escaping death or eating. Because when you all entered the room again, the mimic had changed shape. Now it's a large, beautiful throne with audience emblem on top of it.
Mimic, your sense of style needs improvement.
There's a brief moment where you don't hear anything. Okay. I heard a whole lot of noise upstairs and figured maybe you wouldn't be coming back down, and in case you did, maybe you'd forgotten about me. I know. You have to try for a last meal.
Fair enough. I am gonna walk up, still staying on the edge as much as possible, and or check out this wardrobe here.
Okay.
I said open, but investigate and then open.
Yeah. All right, investigation. Go ahead.
17.
17. All right. You look around. Oddly enough, it looks like a very normal wardrobe. The oddest thing about it is that this is the first anything you've opened since you've gotten here that what's inside hasn't been destroyed in some way through either flame or just rage and tearing everything up. You have a rather functional wardrobe inside. But you don't see anything else. You didn't find anything else.
Is it empty?
No, there are still clothes. A small variety of clothes. You'd get the impression that it's probably a wardrobe in which he would put clothes when he wanted to meet someone, for a contract, for anything like this. So not nobility level clothes, but wealthy merchant level clothes. And like I said, for some odd reason, nothing has been destroyed. There's a little bit of dust, but that's it.
You should stink bomb the clothes.
I don't think he's coming back for these.
Probably not.
Any magical?
We should check for false bottoms too.
In the clothes?
Under the clothes, like under the drawers.
I think those are called assless caps. It's just caps.
It's like or tearaway pants.
Yeah.
Most of the clothes are unremarkable. There is a faint level of magic, but you'd recognize this as the level at which you can say that something is magical without anything else. So either he wanted to be able to have some sort of protection against very minor elements, or it's just a question of vanity. Anything that would be magical would be able to outlast anything else with very little maintenance. The only thing that you find that is slightly different is one trench coat type clothes, which radiates just a little bit more magic. Oh, we finally have the last member.
Oh.
Hold on. And there he is.
He had to get his robe on. That's what took him so long.
Oh, right. Okay.
The comfy one.
And here we go.
Is there a reason the stream doesn't have any cameras on? Or is it?
What?
Now it does.
Yeah. I think it was you joining.
That disturbed the whole thing.
It was your fault.
Yeah, again.
Wow.
Oh. And apparently my camera is just a little too high. There we go. Alright. So what was I saying? The trench coat. Do you handle this coat with your hands, looking at it, or do you just, oh, this one has a little bit more magic than the rest, I'm gonna wait?
If anything, I'd probably go, this one has a little more magic than the rest, and pick it up.
And pick it up anyway, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, it's clothing. Clothing doesn't get trapped.
Nah, why would it?
Ridiculous.
No, it's not like magic rugs or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
So, looking at it, you sort of realize where the magic is concentrated. It's lined with pockets. And each pocket, the magic gives you an impression of bottomless bags, but not as powerful. So it's probably some sort of clothing that has
Just extra big pockets.
Extra big pockets lined in everywhere. Maybe, I don't know, the magic is faint. You estimate that it's maybe the size of a satchel inside of all of the little pockets. Very useful to have a whole lot of small magical object hidden on you, escape if you need to escape, things like this. So
and Remy's like, why didn't I think of this? And then he's like, oh.
Anybody want to... Does it look good?
Does it look?
Well, it looks slightly wealthy. I'd say probably of a indigo color. Human-sized, so maybe a little bit big for Remy, but somehow you don't think that he would ever want to be caught dead in the robes of that guy.
Anybody want a trench coat with extra big pockets? That you can't walk into audience's dimensional storage with, probably.
Not my style, personally.
So I believe that one of you has one, girdle of many pouch or belt of many pouch.
Not me.
I don't.
Didn't I add it
Remy
to?
might. But I don't.
Didn't I add it to D&D Beyond? D&D Beyond. I'm pretty sure I did. Because I'm pretty sure I gave one of you this. Homebrew creation. Whipping blood. Copy of Bracers of Defense. Oh, good lord! I thought I changed that name. Girdle of Many Pouch. Yeah, I created one. Alright, so if you ever are interested in knowing what this is, examination will reveal that the girdle has 8 small pouch and its inner front surface. In fact, there are a total of 64 magical pouch in the girdle. 7 other behind each of the 8 apparent ones. So there's a pouch, and inside of the pouch there are more pouches. So essentially you open them and it just unfolds like this. Each of these pouch is similar to a miniature bag of holding, able to contain up to 1 cubic foot of material weighing as much as 10 pounds. The girdle responds to the thought of its wearer by providing a full pouch to extract something from, or an empty one to put something in, as desired. Since this girdle was made for caster to store magical component, it will also keep any organic components such as herbs, berries, etc. fresh indefinitely. So think of that trench coat as a not girdle of many pouch, but a trench coat of many pouch.
Trench coat of many pouches.
Who wants it?
Would it fit?
That's a magical object. It will fit the person who wants to try it.
Remy, you're gonna think less of me if I wear this.
No.
Alright, cool. I'll put it on.
Fanny packs are cool, actually.
You already have the big hat. It works.
Yeah. Big hat. Now you're gonna have to find a way to draw a trench coat on your outfit.
You might get an area restriction.
Trench coat over full plate.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the new look.
I feel like I've seen this somewhere in an anime.
And now when you go to flash someone, you actually flash them because you shine so bright.
Yeah, yeah. See, I need it to.
Yeah.
When we need to be more stealthy to hide my reflectiveness.
So now the only thing that's all shiny and chrome is your head.
Yeah. Which is what my hat is for. Outside of looking amazing. Because nobody has ever told me otherwise.
Yeah. And no one's going to think twice because you're a construct. So.
And nobody is, because I carry around a very big sword.
You got something against that? Nope. Alright, so that's what's inside. So you can just add the girdle of many pouch and just remember that it's a trench coat of many pouch.
Yeah.
And
I didn't find any, speaking of what Avery said, I didn't find any
false bottoms
or anything like that.
No, that would have been into your initial investigation. So in that one, unless it is extremely well hidden, because you didn't roll over 20, so it's not a superhuman roll. But you rolled pretty high, so most people wouldn't have been able to find this. You're pretty confident of what you that you thoroughly searched this.
Did we already deal with the pillars or no?
No, we haven't.
Okay,
Haven't touched those yet. Remy, do you want to check out the other one while I try and figure out what's up with these pillars?
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to move all the way up into the top corner. And then if
Okay.
Remy moves, I'm going to be
Remy goes
not
to
right
the
next to
other
everybody.
side. What about you, audience? You want to stay close to the mimic? By the way, when you entered, the mimic had changed appearance. It now looked like a golden throne with a large emblem of your religion on it. You're not sure. Maybe he wants you to sit on him. But what he told Fisher when you all entered, it was, he heard all the ruckus, so he figured that maybe you'd forgotten about him, so you might as well get one last meal just in case.
Fair enough.
Not the brightest. Intelligent doesn't mean smart.
I got a 16 on my Arcana roll for looking at the pillars.
I'll help you.
With what?
With
guidance or help me?
assistance.
I was going to sit over here and cast Identify on the one in this corner.
You can do that too. I'm just doing a general
Okay, yeah.
persuade.
I am doing that while audiences.
Oh, I got better somehow. I got an 18.
Woo.
Well,
19
Jorg
minus 1.
Jorg is more used to magic than you because he's a full caster and you're just a half caster.
Yeah, I got the second highest possible Arcana roll I can get without a nat.
Oh wow!
Technically, I got the highest Arcana roll I can get without a nat 20. But
all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at this audience, it sort of feels like a huge electric mousetrap. The way that the runes are oriented, the way that you can practically smell the ozone on this huge trap, it might have been activated in the last few weeks. It feels like it's oriented inward on the 4 square, and anyone going there would get zapped. The exact nature of it, you aren't sure. Fisher, with your identification spell, you sort of complete what audience is saying out loud. Oh, it's gonna zap everyone. You sort of have that, oh yeah, it's gonna chain lightning everyone.
Ah.
It's gonna boost chain lightning everyone. If you trigger it.
Do I sense any way to turn it off besides just to dispel magic, or would a dispel magic it seems like work?
A dispel magic might temporarily turn it off.
But I don't sense any way to permanently turn it off.
I mean, how much did you roll again?
18.
18? It's pretty good as a roll. So there's the risky way, and there's the slightly more time-consuming but very safe way to disarm this. The rescue way is what you've been doing to dispel illusion so far. Stab it until the illusion breaks.
Okay.
You could always do the same thing, but there would be a chance that the pillar would explode. And you don't know if it would trigger the rest.
A cave-in, potentially, or something.
Yeah, especially that you think that's what's above you is part of the hallway and part of the
Which also would probably lose anything we'd be trying to find in those 4 squares, so probably not the best.
The other way is a bit more time consuming, and you don't know the exact combination from your roll, but there's always a way to disarm a trap, and a trap like this with runes that are obviously placed, you get the impression that it's sort of a combination lock. Press the right type of runes, and
do any of us recognize the language of the runes, or are they just arcane? Are they in like a certain language? Basically, I'm asking if they're in Draconic because it was a Dragonborn who placed them.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a d8 then. So it's going to be... what language exactly do all of you speak?
We would know. I know Gnomish and Draconic, and I know there are people in our party who know Elven. Oh, I also know Dwarvish.
Okay.
I think. And then other people know Elven, and I don't know what other languages we know.
In that case, I think it's Remy who understands Elvish.
Naturally, yes.
Yes.
Then it would be Remy who would be able to recognize those runes. They are elven runes.
Perfect.
Delicate.
Remy, fix the trap.
Fix the trap.
As you're making your way to the side,
Start the trap.
You're just about to open the other wardrobe, and you hear audience say, "Remy, fix the trap."
I think these runes seem similar to Elvish of what I've seen of Elvish. Do you speak Elvish? Does it tell us how we could disarm it? Can you come look at this?
I'd let you do either Arcana or Investigation.
It's like, I mean, Raimi will go and say, I don't think they're just going to leave a note telling where their spare key is.
Possibly, but it might give us some information.
So Rainy walks over. You said investigation or Arcana?
Yeah. They will give you different hints.
Oh, I should be rolling with disadvantage, shouldn't I? That's okay. I forgot we did exhaustion levels at the end. Yes, we have exhaustion levels.
Yeah, I have to roll with disadvantage too, but even if I roll less than a 10, I at least still get a 10 on the die.
Yes.
You know, because you're a rogue.
Okay, that is still going to be a soft 20 on an Arcana.
Okay. So reading the rune and looking at how they're made, you get the impression that it's how it's written. When you look at it, it sort of makes a small riddle, kind of an arcane mathematical equation, and it's just a question of solving it and then figuring out on which pillar you should start counting. Because it's sort of you're reading it and one part is here, and if you read the entire pillar, it doesn't make sense. But because it's Arcana, because you're sort of used to those things, you start reading all the different pillars, and you realize, oh, I'm not supposed to read them up and from up to down. I'm supposed to read them from right to left. So you start reading, and you realize that the instruction is on it. It's just a question of figuring out on which pillar you're supposed to start. So you're sort of left with the idea of it's 1 out of 4 chance with the information you can get.
Which pillar does the writing start on?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, which pillar does the sentence structure start on?
The way that it's made, it's a sentence which doesn't seem to end.
Okay, so there's not a clear starting pillar and ending pillar?
It ends the same way that it starts. So He can just read it and read it and read it. And Remy, for Remy, it's sort of odd because he starts reading it, and if you read it out loud, everyone else in the room will probably eventually say, "Stop singing the song that never ends, Remy."
Okay.
Or something like this. So the question is the person who wrote those and created that trap a top left type of guy or a bottom left type of guy? But you went from 5,000 possibilities to 4.
All right.
Do I get the impression of like if something's going to explode if you get it wrong?
Explode, no. But you'd say that there's a fair chance that you all might all get shocked. The trap, according to Fisher, the trap is chain lightning.
It's most likely going to be... Alright, here's what we're going to do. If someone gives me instructions of what to do, I can at least definitely take one shock, and you guys can back out so you don't also get chain lightning.
Do you have absorb elements?
I have resistance to lightning damage.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, above table, as long as Raimi remembers to dodge before he makes an attempt, he'll always either only take half damage or no damage, even if he fails.
That is true. Do you want us to step out of the room for a second, or step to the stairway, Remy, and you can try one of the pillars, or?
So, Raimi realizes the potential ramifications of this. So, but he gives the Talon up on it.
All right.
Looking at the room and into the middle of the room, it doesn't really look like... It seems like the benefit we would be getting by disabling this trap is being able to enter the center of this room. Is there anything in the middle of this room?
I thought there was a desk.
The desk is on the
It looks
side.
empty.
You didn't check the desk, but it's on the wall.
Oh, there's literally nothing in the center of the room.
No, it would be for ease of travel, but you can literally have access to everything by staying on the sides. It's just inconvenient and uncomfortable if you want to search in.
Oh, that's fine. We don't need to risk someone's life or inconvenience.
Yeah.
The only thing I would like to do, I guess, is if we can, and I would suggest I'd be like, the only thing I guess we could check is make a perception or investigation roll to see if any of like the tiles in the center of the floor are gonna, like, there's any like hidden potentially compartments in them of that something might be hidden of
like a trapdoor or something.
Yeah, but besides that, then if there's no furniture, I don't even think we bother.
Perception would allow you to see in the middle. Investigation would allow you to see everywhere but the middle. Or a very limited middle elements.
Yeah.
I'd rather just see I just want to see if there's like...
George, you want to take a peek through the
or
gem
take a peek with the gem at the middle
tiles.
Look at the middle and see if you find any trapdoors or anything.
I'm going to do that. And then I'll pull out the blob.
Yeah, because it would be weird that it's blocking us from the middle if there's nothing there. So potentially we're missing something.
Alright, so the blob wiggles fairly aggressively. You don't know if it's because there's something new in here, but At least, if it's just the trap, the blob seems to indicate that it's a really painful one to take.
Yeah.
The Gem of Seeing would not allow you to see anything in the middle. There is a sensor in the room, so someone's watching you from somewhere in the world, just like everything else. You do see a faint line that spreads from the center to the 4 cardinal direction. You're not sure what this means. As if someone had placed a alarm spell in the 4 tiles at the center, but, cutting them like this. You're not sure
I'll let
why
them
it's there.
know.
I'm confused.
So there's an alarm spell in the center. That's it.
No, it's like there's
an alarm spell.
Yeah, it's on its own. There isn't something there, but the Gem of Seeing sees something, and it looks a bit like an alarm spell, but the way that it would have been placed to be triggered if someone crosses the cross inside of the room. But you don't know.
That could just be what sets off the trap. That could be the trigger for it.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing else in the center, I don't think we bother. I mean, if there's literally nothing that we're going to find there, I don't...
Well, there's nothing magical or illusory. Gem of Seeing wouldn't allow you to see through solid stone that can be pushed aside or something like this.
How thick is the stone? Would we get a sense of how thick the stone is?
I mean, it's floor.
Yeah, but it could be thin tiles. That's why I'm asking. It's how thick do these tiles on the floor seem to be?
If I stomp, does it echo? Does it sound hollow?
Well, you'd have to step on the 4th tile in the center, and there's a...
I mean the other tiles that we're stepping on, because I assume the tiles are the same. What's the?
I mean, if there was something hollow, it would be.
So the sides of the room
Sam,
feel solid.
X-ray ring?
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking if it's worth using the X-ray ring.
I mean, if
might.
you have it.
Well, but if it's just solid stone, it won't matter.
The sides of the rooms are solid stones, but you can't step on the center ones.
Yeah.
Without
I can pierce
chance of
1
activating
foot
the
of.
trap.
I can penetrate 1 foot of stone. So I guess I'm asking if the tiles seem to be more than 1 foot.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's with the X-ray. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see through 1
Okay.
foot of stone, so 12 inches.
You wouldn't be able to see through.
Okay.
But you're using the X-ray. You just used it, right?
I haven't used it. No, I'm literally asking.
You
I'm
was-
looking. I'm looking at the other tiles and trying to judge if they're more than
Okay. Like I said,
12 inches thick.
the surrounding ones seems to be solid. You can tap on it. You can do whatever you want. It feels like it's solid for
Okay.
the rest of the mountains. But the center one, the only way you can know for sure is if you tap in the middle. And that could trigger the
Yeah.
trap.
I just feel like it's weird that he would have only made the center the trap if there was no, unless it like really is just trying to get us to. It just feels weird that this would be here and only protecting the center if there's
when there's nothing in the center. Yeah,
because like it seems like unless he really has zero opinion of us and thinks we're gonna just ignore the center, like it's very easy to avoid the trap otherwise if there's no reason to cross it.
Yeah.
It's just odd.
Why don't I try the lever, see if it works, and then go from there?
I mean, he did. So what I learned, audience will say this. I learned that a dispel magic would at least temporarily disable it.
Mm-hmm.
So that might give me a chance, or someone at least, to like X-ray ring it or tap on it and potentially discover if it's worth continuing to try and maybe fully disable it, because it would give us probably a few seconds.
I feel like it lasts,
or like at least a little bit.
Yeah. Just give us a chance to check it out.
Check it out before we take more time to try and.
All right. I'm gonna stick the lever on this pillar.
Okay.
And go to disable it.
Try and heave it down.
All right. Athletic roll. Sorry.
I will assist so that you can roll straight.
I don't think guidance works in this situation, does it?
I will also help.
I don't have exhaustion.
Oh, you don't? I thought if you failed, you got 1 level, and if you succeeded, you got 2.
Was that?
Yes.
That was what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you should have 1 level. You just don't have 2 levels.
And to answer your question, Jorg, if he's making an ability check, guidance works on that.
Okay, then guidance.
Yeah, but I will help you so you roll a straight roll instead of disadvantage. I will help you pull the lever.
All right. Still not amazing, but
you haven't used your coin yet.
True.
Just see if it. Well, what was it? Because you also get guidance.
Well, yeah. I only rolled a 1 on the guidance. So that would be 17.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I'm looking at how dispel magic works. Chain lightning is.
Well, we'll know it won't work if your lever just doesn't get pulled down.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but
we could just try again.
Well, the lever tells you that the sort of a difficulty of a dispel magic, so it would give you the idea of how high the spell was cast. And unless I am mistaken,
I mean, assuming it's just one spell, it's like because everything 3rd and below just gets dispelled automatically. Then
but if it's chain lightning and it was upcast, I assume it's above 3rd level.
Yeah. So you roll 17.
Yeah.
It literally takes everything you have. You heave, you scream, but you manage to. Meaning that 17 was what you needed for this to succeed.
All right.
Audience has ripped his shirt once again.
Yeah, once that is there, I will now quickly use the X-ray ring on the center tiles and see if I can see anything through them.
So 1 foot.
1 foot, 12 inches.
Approximately that. So basically the size of my head.
It's a full ruler. It's exactly like a ruler down. Okay. So they would be very thick tiles if they're more than. It would be like very thick stone.
It'd be very thick for a trap door.
Yeah.
But if it's just floor though.
If it's just floor, then no. Yeah. But if there's a trap door there, it would be fairly thick.
Here's the thing. You use the ring and you don't see through it, but what you can see with your ring is part of a mechanism, a mechanical device, which feels like it's made to pull the floor in a direction.
Oh.
So not a trapdoor, but definitely something that would either pull it or drop it or...
And it's under the stones?
Yeah, it's under the stones near where the bed is.
Alright, audience would make his way over to the bed while the X-ray ring is still, because it lasts for, I think, a minute? How long does it last for? For 1 minute, yeah. So I would try and track, like, where it goes to then try and, like, find the other, to, like,
Alright.
pull the lever.
In that case, I will allow you to make an investigation roll with advantage, because you can see a bit of where the...
Alright. Joe, you want to cast guidance on me?
Guidance.
Pray for me, man.
Alright, well...
Mhm.
And does anyone want to assist me? So, or I don't know how you would assist me. Well, I rolled one nat 20, so let's see what I get on the other one. Because I do have to roll with disadvantage.
I
Okay,
believe in you.
not too bad.
Well,
Plus a
you're rolling
4.
with disadvantage, but I just gave you advantage, so it just cancels out. And it's your...
You're right. Okay, so I got a nat 20 plus a 4, so I got a 20. I got the max roll I could have possibly got.
All right. You managed to see just enough of the structure of this mechanic. Why can I say it today? This mechanical device. To be able to follow it and see exactly where it is. So you find it attached to what you think is a triggering device on the bed itself.
Okay.
Sort of press it and something happens.
Alright. I will press it. Because I think that the trap would have been you being shocked on the floor. I don't think the trigger itself would be trapped.
All right. You push it. And then you hear a whole bunch of gears turning. For a brief moment, it's slightly worrying, but then you see the entire floor just drop maybe half a foot. And then suddenly it starts opening up. The four corner just room folds on the sides. And there's a really chilling wind that comes up from this. Unnaturally chilling wind. You can't see the bottom as it's opening up. It's a pit. It's a large, long, dark pit.
Cool.
Interesting.
Well, I got a rope of climbing, guys.
That's a whole 60 feet long.
Yeah, I can at least go down 60 feet and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or Raimi just opens up his beautiful cloak to reveal its beautiful wings that not only shed light, but also give Raimi the ability to fly.
Do you wanna check it out, Randy?
Do I ever?
It's
All
cool.
right.
I'll take any excuse to find a practical use for the thing that is he very selfishly got.
All right, we'll be here for backup if you need it. Just give me a holler. I'll jump down. Dan Fisher will maybe cast Featherfall on us.
Yep.
It's going to be tight, but not tight enough to give you some sort of penalty as you're flying down. So
It's like for some reason there is angelic choir music playing as Raimi descends down into the hole.
As Remy descends into the hole, I'll go over to Jordan and be like, "Good job saying I'll just check it out. It's a small bird. You don't need to. That was good taste there." Good job. I'm proud of you.
We're proud that you did the bare minimum.
Jorg, how do you react to this? Exactly.
I don't know.
That's okay. Jorg is caught off guard. So, you jump in the darkness, and your wings allows you to see the sides as it's falling. Make a perception roll as you're falling down.
Activating lantern so that I'm not rolling with disadvantage.
Oh, now we have an angelic being slowly lowering itself with a magical lantern lit.
It is too bright in this hole. That'll be a 28.
28, all right. As you're letting yourself fall down in there, what you see slightly disturbs you. You recognize on the walls the attempt of some people to not fall. Long gashes, which are probably made by blades. Someone at least once or twice tried to break his fall by jamming blades in the wall, but unfortunately it didn't work and it just left gashes. Some people probably tried to hold themselves with their bare hand, and you see claw marks or nail marks. You think you even see a broken nail in between two stones. The lower you go, the more the chill becomes overwhelming. And then there's a faint smell.
Hopefully not the gross smell, but I think I'm about to be disappointed.
It's a dreadful smell. Not in the sense that it's awful, in the sense that it pushes dread inside of you. And this is when your mind just makes the puzzle. It's the type of smell that you'd expect from a fissure from a shard.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like something we might want to come back to when we don't have exhaustion.
The chill that goes up and the feeling of dread, it feels like this is the type of thing that your old master probably did to people that he wanted to get rid of. Open the floor and you fall into this pit that leads to a dread-related shard. And the chill that comes up makes you feel like whatever lives in there, these creatures, this realm, might be something chilling, bone chilling, blood freezing in nature. You keep falling down and you keep falling down until the walls suddenly feels like they're losing consistencies. There seems to be gap, and it feels like you're approaching the point where the shard will have broken through reality. You feel like if you keep falling maybe another 12 or 30 feet, and you've fallen maybe something like 200 or 300 feet so far. Another 50 feet or so, and you might cross a border into another realm.
The angelic choir music ends, and it just like goes like starting like casual whistling as it starts slowly flying itself back up.
For a brief moment, there's probably a small panic as you realize that you're gonna have to work hard to be able to fly up because there's not enough room. So you were falling slightly, turning around, then you stop and you start flapping. It's the first time you use it, so you're not used to it, and you realize you're not going up. Oh no, you're going up, but just really, really slowly. It feels like it's almost pulling you down, and the fact that there's no room around you, suddenly there's this claustrophobic feeling that comes over you and the darkness everywhere. But the light of your wings, the light of your lantern, and the fact that you can see that you're moving up, but really slowly compared to how fast you were flying down, sort of gives you a spark of hope that, all right, I'm not gonna die in a dreadful realm. And it takes.
You know what? Just in case though, maybe he'll give himself a little bit of security because he is also still Spider-Man. So he'll use his armband briefly to like hook himself onto spawn on the wall, just so he doesn't actually go any further lower.
Okay. All right.
You okay down there, Raimi?
Just like Jimmy's choosing not to take that personally in the moment where he is trying to flap himself up. But once he has regained himself, he is going to say, "No, come down here."
Don't come down. Okay.
All right.
Audience is gonna lower his 60 feet of climbing rope in case Remy needs help. If like something is.
So it takes a while, Remy, you let yourself fall for maybe a minute before reaching that. And it takes probably somewhere like 6 or 7 minutes as you see the light from Remy's wing, just slowly moving up. And after 5 or 6 minutes, audience, you feel a tug on your on your rope.
Alright. I'll help pull him up if he needs help. I mean, he's flying, so I don't know, but in case he does, I mean, I'll activate the word so the rope stops crawling itself back up.
Alright. So you find yourself back up, and Remy, there is a brief moment where you're up, you're out. Good lord. Thank goodness the trap has been disarmed, because it would have rearmed itself with a normal dispel magic. You would have been shocked back down. Nasty security that your old master had in here.
Interesting. So what was down there, Remy? You disappeared for a while, so it seemed pretty deep.
They've come over to the edge of the room.
Yeah, we're standing away from the trap.
So so Ravi got an impression of the kind of shard. Like it wasn't like another like a Nightmare Realm shard, was it?
No, this was Deep Shard. And as a matter of fact, as a reminder of how close you came to switch to the other border, as you look down, trying to figure out how you're going to explain this, you realize that there's something glistening on your feet. You just smack them on the floor, and there's a fine indigo dust. If you all gather it up, you've got 1 dose of deep shard dust.
I think that was the dust I needed.
I think it was.
And he's just like looking down at his feet. I think this speaks for itself.
All right, I will look at it. I'll probably recognize it as deep dust because I've seen. I'll be like, oh, so there's another shard down there, or a deep shard. Okay.
Remy, you'd probably have confirmation that reality has been breached, and the deep shard is where psychic energy resides. Deep shard, you can find. I have the list here. And the deep shard, you can find force and psychic energy. It is. The lore of it is that it's built in a huge underground. It's the Underdark times 100. Because psychic energy roams rampant in there. So fear, raw fear, not nightmarish fear, raw fear. It will attack your mind as you're going in there. It will try to push you insane.
All right, so we're definitely not going to start a Call of Cthulhu campaign this session.
No, this is I'm
we all
gonna
just stand next to audience the whole time we're there, and we're good.
I'm gonna hit the button to close it up for now.
It's slow, but it closes.
Close the tiles, and I'll be like,
Actually,
we will. This is definitely something that we should close. We should not just leave a breach in reality to the deep shard open, but I might mention it to the garden and come up with a longer plan. And also, if we're going to go back, make sure we have full resources. However, I will say, if the Dragonborn knew about this and wanted to hide something, there would be no place better than in a deep shard.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would think that we never find it in there.
Also, Jorg did mention there's a sensor, so someone knows we're here.
Yeah.
So if we leave and tell people to come back and check it out later, it might.
What?
I don't know how you would move it. But
I mean,
Moving
if they close the deep shard for us, I think we're like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't
moving a
think
shard is dangerous. So
yeah. I think they're like, if they're gonna risk going into a deep shard, that's their risk. I assume they don't close it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my conceptualization might be wrong here, but I would imagine that moving a shard is kind of like, it's like, all right, I'm just going to move a hole in this cloth.
Yeah, it's not really, especially in a 300-foot hole. Like, that's quite an undertaking to move a deep shard like that. Well, it's reality at the bottom of a hole. I wouldn't be that worried about them.
Yeah, that's true.
Moving it, especially in like a couple days.
Although just above table. It's like, I don't think we'd want to necessarily go in there in a couple days anyway, because I'm not sure how strong y'all are on intelligence saves.
Whopping +4.
Yeah.
Going
I think 2 of us are proficient in them.
I mean, again, I'm going to mention it to the garden, and we're going to see what they say. We also don't just want to leave a deep shard open, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, I figure we should probably just call them now.
Sure, we can call them.
Actually, yeah, you guys can call them, and then maybe Raimi will get back around to that desk.
That wardrobe and the desk, yeah, we haven't checked that.
I am going to move out of the room into the hallway and close the door. So I believe there's a sensor in the room. Don't believe there's one in the hallway here. And
well, we should know where all the sensors are because we kept checking it. So we should know where there's a blind spot if there is a blind spot.
Yeah. So, and then I will ring the garden.
I will be with Fisher.
Okay.
As we ring the garden.
We get back. Where's Jorg? Oh, he tripped into the hole.
Yeah.
It's like Randy just whistling next to the hole. It's like, oh no.
That's why he started whistling. Got it.
It's like wow, it really looked like an accident.
Absolutely. All right, so you contact the garden. Takes a moment. You see her go, give me a moment. There's odd static in the communication line. Are you near a magical source?
That's what we're calling about.
Oh. Well then.
We're near
Deep Shard.
Yeah. Portal.
Oh.
Fissure, whatever you want to call it. The Deep Shard.
We went to Remy's old monastery to check it out. Have gone through the whole dungeon, disabled most of the Wizard's Tower, and we found not dungeon, Wizard's Tower, and we found basically a pit that has a portal to the Deep Shard at the bottom of it that appears to be open to this world.
I'm sure the gnomes will be very interested in having yet another way of communicating with a dangerous realm.
Yes. Yeah, we're kind of out of resources because we're tired because we've been already traveling for a while. But we wanted to make you guys aware of it and also potentially come back because there might be information and potentially in the Deep Shard, or also just if we wanted it closed for reasons of not having an open portal to the Deep Shard open.
Which is a very commendable intention. I will gladly add the quest, and we will take care of rewarding anyone who wants to close this. Don't worry. The proper equipment will be given to the team who will try to do this. Especially now that we know which.
Put a note in there that the.
Yes?
And then I'll go through all of the traps that we are aware of and
how they work.
Get around them.
All right. Well, then a lot of equipment will be needed. All right.
Like, no wonder you ran out of resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's the garden, so are you sure they're going to say, that's all it took to exhaust your resources?
Could you tell me now whether this quest would be, since you're the one making it, would this quest be green, yellow, or red for us?
Well, without the proper equipment, I would imagine it would be red, because if you fall inside of it, it's going to be very difficult to get you back out.
Yes,
but
with the proper equipment.
With the proper equipment, there will still be a little bit of danger. We can easily give you equipment which can nullify the outside traps, but figuring a way to grab the shard and extract it without anything crossing while you're doing this, that would be the difficult part. So I would imagine it would at least be yellow for you. There is a danger since we do not know what's on the other side.
But it would be doable for our party.
Most likely. I mean, you've been gone a while, so you are a bit of the bottom of the ladder again, but you're all pretty capable. So I would imagine that yes, it is doable, though a bit dangerous.
Okay.
If you want to keep this for yourselves, I can certainly just warn the proper team members to give you the proper equipment to make sure that you do not outright succumb to this.
All right. We're gonna make our way back to the garden soon, anyway. We'll discuss it as a party.
Very well.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know. Also, I will make you aware that I'm bringing a mimic back, but it has promised, as long as we feed it, to not harm any denizens of the garden. It's an intelligent mimic.
Oh.
It has some questions that we might need answered from it.
Right. Well, I am sure that the gnomes will enjoy this new friend of yours. Unless you want to keep it in your room. I'm not sure I want to advise that.
I'm okay. I think it said as long as no one tries to harm it, and as long as it gets food, it'll be chill. So, if the gnomes feed it once we're done questioning with it, it should be fine. If they wanted to be their friend.
Yes, if the gnomes feed it. I think that's the most dangerous part of it all. Right, but no problem.
Okay. We'll be back soon. I'll let you know.
I will adjust the security protocol to let the mimic in when you come back.
I appreciate it. Alright.
Alright, communication cuts, and we go back to Remy trying to figure its way into the closet. So make an investigation roll on the closet and an investigation roll for the desk.
I will be back.
Okay.
So, it's just going to be a 22 for the wardrobe, but a soft 30 for the desk.
So we're back with the soft 30s.
Dang it, I said it again. Why do I keep... I mean, not keep, it's only like twice now, but...
It's because it's a nice big round number.
Yeah.
And the other one that you care about is...
All right. The other wardrobe, the wardrobe is probably the most traumatizing one because that's obvious that it's his normal wear, meaning that it's all of the clothes that you're used to seeing him into. So you have a decent amount of flashbacks as you see, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when he wore that. I remember that belt. I remember that club. And those boots.
Life sucks.
So, yeah, the wardrobe is unimpressive, if not mostly traumatic to go through, because you remember so many of those elements. On him, near him. For a brief moment, you hope you are a bit resentful of audience for closing the pit. But there's nothing special inside. It's all of his normal clothes. I mean, looking around inside of them, you do find a silver coin. Oh, look, he left one.
I mean, I will put a pin in that for the time being. I am curious to see. I'll return to the wardrobe if there's like nothing in particular in the desk. But
okay. The desk is a different matter altogether. First of all, it's locked. a rather complex lock. On the top of the desk, you find everything you would have needed for writing letters. There's a dried up inkwell. There's a stick of wax, unlit candle, half used. A bunch of paper, empty parchment paper. Feels like they've been moved around by wind, mostly, and probably when you opened that pit, because you could feel the air going from it. So the surface of the desk is unremarkable, but the inside, there's a lock to get through.
Ramey's gonna have to break into this desk.
All right. Make a roll.
Okay. Okay. So that is going to be. Oh, wait, what is my bonus again? Sorry, sometimes I have I have multiple characters. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure I got gloves for this, but it's always good to check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at least 95% sure I got those when we were at that wizard spot. Wizard spot. That's a phrase I used. His spot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh geez, wow, that is my roll. Okay. Then it is actually, yeah, it is a 30.
Not a soft 30, just a 30.
No, this one's a hard 30.
Well, you see, this roll can go as high as 38. So,
All right. It takes a little bit of time, and you have to give it to your old master. He probably spent quite a bit of coin for having this lock made. And if it wasn't for your expert hands, you have to admit, it would have been hard. It would have been really hard. But you manage it. After a good minute of fiddling, you hear... Who's the best now?
just spits on the lock.
It spits back at you. Oh!
A weird trick lock.
It's a magical trap. What?
It's like all it was designed to do was to spit back at you if you spat at it.
That's an awfully specific trap. Alright. So you lubricate it with your spit. And then you open it.
Just ready, we'll open it.
I don't know why. I feel like this became weird really quick. So...
But now that I've lubricated the hole, I'm going to reach inside of it to collect its contents.
Yeah. But first you had to lubricate its hole. So you open it slowly. No trap triggers as you're opening it. It looks like your old master did not want to trap himself. You look inside. It's a bit of a mess. You get the impression that he did not clean his desk before leaving this place. The ambient humidity has deteriorated the parchment to the point where it's difficult to read. But with an investigation roll.
But maybe with investigation roll. That is going to be a 25.
25, right. In the past I used to say to my players, sometime you venture into a hallway and you encounter...
Oh, did my headphones cut out?
No, that's
They did cut out.
Oh. Yay! Can you hear us now?
I do hear you. It's just like,
Okay.
Wait, did it get quiet? Did I disconnect? Did my headphones disconnect? The answer was the latter.
Okay. I was just saying that I used to say to my players, you enter a hallway and then you encounter a d20. Please roll this for me.
Goodness.
So that definitely would be weird. So you throw a d4 at it. Guidance.
You didn't encounter a gelatinous cube. A d6. You encountered a so you look inside, and initially it feels like there's nothing interesting. A whole bunch of paper. Humidity has reduced their quality a whole lot. It's difficult reading what's on each of them. And just as you're about to give up, you sort of notice something else that may be useful. What's written on the scroll may have been lost to time, but the wax seals, a lot of them have just been broken in two, so it's easy to rebuild them. And there are a lot of little traces of these old wax seal. It would be a huge puzzle. You'd think it might take you days to figuring out everything, but with all of these seal fragments, you may be able to identify the various guilds and organization your master was in contact with.
Essentially, not exactly this, but basically, I have encountered his paper shredder, and I have the fun task of taping all of the shredded papers together to figure out useful information.
Something like this. Like I said, what's written on the papers has been lost, but you can at least... Or it's more like you don't know what's on the paper, but you found the shredder in which he would place the envelopes.
The envelope shredder specifically.
Yeah. So you might be able to figure out who were the people that he was in contact with, possibly who he might have gone to in times of help, because you're going to recognize a few guilds in there, that's for sure. So it might be something. Figuring out who were his old partners, who bought spells, who demanded spells, who might have punished him if he couldn't deliver the spells.
Well, in which case, Raimi is going to scoop them. Oh, good.
And you find one black pearl. But this one is different. It has a slit on it that makes it look like a black draconic eye.
And all of them were deceived, for another pearl was made.
Damn, I don't know it by heart in English. I just know it in French.
So I guess. Well, Remy's definitely going to scoop the various. I'm just going to call them envelopes into his. I don't remember if he actually gave me a name / an item for this bag that keeps things in stasis.
No go old bag.
I'm pretty sure I did, because if you have it, I had to name it in D&D Beyond.
It was the one that I asked where if you put something in there, it would basically be held in time.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he ever actually sent me the name of that bag.
Oh. Okay. Sword, tumbling gem, cowl. Cloak, bowl, set. Well, there's... Okay. Okay, I don't see it on my list. There's the Orb of Holding. We're about to go on break. I'll check if I created it on D&D Beyond. Okay, but you put it in there.
Yeah, put them in there. It's, I guess Remy will actually take the time to identify this particular pearl. But before he does that, though, he's going to wander back over to the wardrobe, pick up one of his old master's shoes, and also put it in the bag.
Okay. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, because to progress as a wizard, he needs a dead man's pointy shoes.
That would be interesting. All right. And so with this, is there anything else you'd like to do in this room? The pearl, do you collect it the same way that you did with all of the others? Not touching it, using the...
Yes.
Okay. So anything else you want to do in this room?
Don't think so.
I think we've... I mean, I guess there's still, like, you know... We could still like do like a cursory investigation of like the walls and stuff like that, but I think beyond that, I think we've looked at everything that we can directly see.
All right. Well,
plus the giant hole that's, you know, like super dangerous.
I'm gonna assume if there's anything else of value in this room, it's probably in the hole, which we might deal with later.
All right.
I don't think there's anything in the hole other than the shard.
There also might not be.
It sounds like it was a kill pit.
Oh, 100%. Like,
so there wouldn't really be anything in there because he just kicked people down it. He wanted to disappear.
I mean, that isn't to say that there isn't anything valuable in that shard, because if people got kicked down into it, then they might have had actually shit on them.
Yeah.
True. But I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of just his guards that disappointed him.
It's like, this is insert name of island here. Takes them down.
You know what they say, though? People always check the things they have lying around. People don't always check the trash, though. There might have been something... Like, when the Dragonborn came back, he definitely checked everything to make sure there wasn't stuff left for us. Might not have checked the trash, though.
True.
All right.
That's why you send a rogue to do these things. Rogues always look in the trash, as well as Pokemon trainers and.
And what's the name of the hero again? The question, something like this. When you hear it, and you hear him in the
he goes through everyone's trash.
Yeah, Supergirl is extremely offended by the fact that he knows what she ate, and she goes, "Did you look through my trash?" Oh, please! I watched through everyone's trash.
If we are good,
Yeah.
audience, we can gather with the mimic, and we will teleport
All right.
out of here.
If you wanted to make one last pass on the walls, make your investigation roll now, and I will tell you the result. Otherwise, we go on a break as you teleport out.
I'm ready to teleport.
I was up to
16.
audience present.
What did you roll?
16.
16. Well, it's not a super roll, but as far as you can tell, there's nothing else to be found.
So Raimi just got a 22. I don't know if that
Drew
helps
got
at
a
all.
4.
You you sigh at Fisher for his lack of. Well, he wasn't very thorough, but your much more thorough search of the room reveals that there's nothing of interest inside of the room. Well, you did find a couple.
Raimi actually can't blame him though, because they're both tired, and Raimi has a lantern helping him.
Yeah. Alright, guys, gather up. Remy, get out your stone so we can... I don't even have to roll. Let's go back to the teleporter. We'll go back to the garden.
All right. And so you all teleport out and put this dreadful place filled with awful memory into the past once and for all, even for you, Remy. You're confident now, at least, that you will not have to come back here one day.
Unless we come back.
Unless we want to go shard delving.
Yeah. Damn audience!
In which case we'll come back in a bit.
But honestly, technically, we could possibly just skip the whole part except for what we want, because we've actually been there.
No, it would simply be going back there.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or, to be fair, we could also just ask someone else to do it, but then ask for the deep shard that they collect.
Well, the shard will most likely belong to the garden, but the garden allows you all to benefit from it. Because if it's an actual shard, it can actually connect to the realm. And right now in the garden, you have a way to connect to the frost realm, to the nature realm, and if you collect this one, you'd have access to the deep realm.
Which audience also could just literally ask whatever team that does it to get him deep stuff. And that's all I really need.
I mean, we got some. How much do you need?
1 dose.
Not. I mean, if we have, honestly, I don't.
We got 1 dose.
I don't even need any, because technically, if we have the shard, the other wizard said he'd be fine if he had like a way. The other wizard would probably just get the dust he needed to help me out. The wizard I asked to help me. So as long as we have someone collect the shard for us, he'll be fine, because then I'll have a way to get the deep shard we need.
All right.
In which case, I just need the stuff. So yeah, we don't really need to close the shard ourselves. If we can also just have someone else do it.
All right. In that case,
So deep.
let's go on the break. See you in 15 minutes. Bye. And we're back inside. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Why are we having difficulty with this? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Yes, this is it. Alright, there we go. So, hopefully, Fisher is not having more difficulty at the bathroom. So, you teleport out of where you were. Finding yourself once again outside. You know, it's kind of nice finding yourself in the outside. Where exactly did you teleport yourself? Close to where?
I assume we just went to the standard outside Othanel. We've done it like every time.
All right. You've been in there for several hours in grand total. So, yeah, not really surprised. It's the end of the day. Especially now, you know, you're nearly in winter. So, sun goes down a little bit earlier than usual. Which is probably something that's both familiar and odd for audience and Fisher, because you've both lived in the very higher north of the world, meaning that right now you're used to the sun going down at something like 5 o'clock. But here it's more of a, it's 6:15 and the sun is starting to go down. So it's kind of familiar but odd at the same time. So you're back. You're there. The sun is disappearing behind the horizon. You're tired, exhausted, eager to go back to sleep. You look around for where the portal is. You only have a few moments before you find where the portal is, and then the sky lights up. There is this flash of light that appears in the skies, and it streaks across the horizon. It is close to the ground. You feel like it's maybe a little under a mile, and it streaks an odd sand color. As you see it approaching, you hear a shriek that grows louder and louder and louder. And as it passes over you, it grows to such power that it becomes deafening to the point of hurting. Your ears are screaming in pain as this thing flies over you and crashes down maybe 10 or 20 miles away from where you are. The boom is incredibly powerful, and everything goes back to quiet.
What's in the direction of where it landed? Open farmland, town, city, forest.
Just make sure. It went crashing down toward forested area, but probably not all the way. So there's a good chance that it fell in open field.
Okay.
It's really weird too, because there was a number on it that read 2038.
But one thing that comes to you as you see this and as your ears are trying to recover from this experience. Anyone who doesn't know magic would know this as a myth. anyone that knows magic has most likely heard of it. So, if you know magic, I would allow you to roll Arcana or Religion. But you, audience, you would roll with advantage, because it is something you would have been told to look for.
Okay.
Do we still have disadvantage?
Yeah.
It's still the same
Yes.
day.
Damn.
Well, one of them was a nat 20, but the other was a 4, so I got a 8 total.
I got a 17.
17.
I
George,
also
your
got.
T, is it, trying to remember, is it recover 2 on a long rest, or is it recover 1 on a short rest?
Let's recover 2 on a long rest.
Dang.
Yeah, so none of us really need it, do we?
I mean, we do, because it will take us 2 days to recover instead of 1. For the people that
Is there
failed to save.
anybody at 2?
But did anyone take 2?
I did.
Me neither.
And I think Remy did. Or someone else did.
Alright, so 17 for Fisher, 17 for audience. Remy?
I just get an 18.
18. And Jorg is completely baffled by what happened, completely distracted by the shriek that this thing made as it was falling to the ground. So audience, Remy and Fisher, there is only one thing that goes through your mind. Exile fall. An exile has just fallen to the ground.
What do I know about? Is that like an exile dying?
No,
like a new one coming in?
it's an exile arriving on the world. They literally fall from the skies. And according to what they say, this now is the only time you will ever hear an exile express an emotion. Pain. That was the shriek of a creature, overwhelmed by agonizing pain.
Audience is already summoning Magna.
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later. But I move at 10 feet right now, so it'll be much faster if I summon the cat to travel 10 to 15
You know what? That
miles.
is fair. Most of us are traveling at half speed currently.
Unless, Jorg, I don't know if you have any slots left. Unless someone wants to cast, like, the fly spell on us.
Yeah, I could just give us a nice little cloudy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Audience will be
Yeah.
like, audience will just
I'll
look and be like, we
windwalk
have
us.
to go. Audience will be like, we have to go now. This isn't
Yeah.
something.
Windwalk.
You cast the spell. Everyone turns into a cloud, and you.
Ornak is having some really tough.
Mhm.
Well, Avranaki can just desummon him, and that's going to be it.
Well, I mean, I just think it'd be funny, just like having like a tree, like have an experience. It's like, whoa.
I'm flying.
All right. Well, we get there very fast if it's only 20 miles away and we win.
Yeah. What's the speed at which the spell makes you move?
If you dash, it is 600 feet around.
Yeah, 600.
All right.
It's very fast.
Damn. We might have the non-legacy version.
yeah.
It has not changed.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, it does. Okay.
I thought you were talking about exhaustion
What
levels.
things?
We would get there in, I
Three
think,
hundred.
like under a minute if it was only 20 miles away.
No, it's going to take you 173 minutes, 173 rounds to get there.
Oh, okay. 100... Wait, so
So,
173
17.
rounds?
It's going to take you 17
So
minutes.
17 minutes, yeah. Oh, yeah, we can get there pretty quick.
You fly for nearly 20 minutes, in a straight line to where it was. Your ears are slowly recovering from what just happened. When you
I forget. Can we talk to the garden in form? In Windwalk form?
Since you have to get the orb out, I doubt that you can.
No. Okay.
It's going to be when you arrive.
When I arrive, I wouldn't call them, but I would send a message to the garden with our location and that an exile just fell.
Okay.
Have we dealt with exiles before?
Oh, no.
No. We
You've
know
never
that
seen an
Toby's
exile.
master one, and Audience knows a lot of lies his Dragonborn has told him. But he also, now that he doesn't trust his master fully anymore, these guys are basically like have the power of dragons, and they are usually, even though Audience was told they're bad, he knows that most villages and other things does consider them good, like
in
the
the
general population.
Yeah, in the arcane community, they are seen to be the most truthful version of reality. They're responsible for most of your understanding of the universe, the shards, how they function together, what exists out there. They are not known to hide information, but they are known to have a language that is so much more complex than anything that exists that it's hard for them to really describe well what's happening.
Yeah. But in somewhat comparison, it's basic, like we just saw like a gold dragon fall from the sky. Like, this is not a common occurrence.
In terms of power, the myth says that they are the equals of dragons. For Fisher and Remy, who'd probably know a bit more because of the arcane element, you'd say that they complement one another. An exiled is more powerful short-ranged. They are nearly impossible to beat in melee. But they have a vulnerability to long range because they don't have any inherent ability that allows them to attack long range. While Dragon will always favor attacking from the sky, just breathing their weapons on someone, which would make the range at which a dragon is dangerous the range at which an exile would try to cut the distance and go into melee. And while each one of them has the strength that is the weakness of the other, they both can be very dangerous, even in their weakest zone.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, the sun has completely set, and you start arriving where this being fell. The ground is completely...
We just follow the sounds of fuck. 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 Fuck.
My fucking shin. God damn.
You arrive there, and the ground is completely burnt. It's just nearly solid rock, as if the ground itself had been cooked. It feels like you're walking on broken pottery. One thing you do notice as you're arriving, that is the center of this thing, you see two silhouettes. One you recognize, one you do not. One you recognize because you recognize the hair. Long, flowing, silvery hair. Antasia is already here.
Oh shit.
She did tell you that she was watching the skies.
She did. Well, if it's just Antasia, I'm not gonna go hidden or anything. I'm just gonna land.
The other one is most likely the exile itself. She is a good maybe 20 feet away from it, kneeling on the ground. You can hear that she's trying to talk to it. And he, while he does look humanoid in shape, you do recognize the description that everyone gives. It's like watching a mummy that's wearing a cloak. His body is completely covered in wrappings. Although his wrapping has a little sand color gilded element to it. Not as if it was gold, but as it was sandy colored everywhere on him. His hood is up, as with the legend always says. No one has ever seen what an exile look under his hood. And he is kneeling with both hands, fist to the ground, head lowered. And you do recognize that he is trembling a little bit.
Okay. Audience will decloud, not right next to Antasia, but like a little bit back, so she's aware of them landing, and then he'll start to slowly walk forward with his hands up to show that like they mean no harm.
Yeah.
Immediately she looks in your direction, and she has a brief moment of raising her hand and telling you to slow down. And she gives you a hand gesture, just like crouch down, just there.
Okay. Audience will kind of crouch like you would with like a wounded animal, go slow, not make any sudden moves.
She signals you to get close to her.
Okay.
As you arrive, she just says, "Well, I'm glad you responded so quickly. I did not know my message had reached you yet."
We were
We
at
didn't
the
get your
portal
message.
near Othanel. We're at near Othanel. We saw it. The exiled fall, and made our way here as soon as we saw it fall as quick as possible.
Oh, I was afraid it would fall near a city. If you were near Otanel, this means a lot of people saw it fall down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to try and make sure we got here first, but it's good you're here too.
I was expecting this to happen. The signs were there. I never imagined I'd see one in my life.
I've never seen one, only heard about them. And I know Toby was trained by one, but he's not here, so...
I was hoping he'd be with you, but I think you've parted way a little while ago.
He's taking care of some children that he needs to... Yeah, he's on a separate mission for the moment.
Alright, well, what do you all know about them?
Audience will look and be like, honestly, a lot and not that much. I was told about them a lot by my dragon growing up, but I sometimes wonder at the words he speaks now, so I'm not sure all that I heard was true. So I know the general legends and what he's told me about them, how dangerous they are, how they fight, their weaknesses, but whether they're good, evil, their purpose, that I'm here to see for myself.
Right now is the only moment where he'll need us.
Well, what does he need?
He is injured. He is recovering. And this land is alien to him. He needs to attune to this world before he can defend himself. This is the only time in his entire life on this world where he will be vulnerable, physically and mentally. He knows nothing of this world. And his body needed everything he had to survive his arrival.
We have... I mean, she would know she's a wizard. I mean, we have basic we have like Tiamon's tiny hut and other things we could like put him in, but we just came from a dangerous mission, so all of us are exhausted and low on resources, but we'll do what we can.
I came prepared. I can summon defenses around him. But others will come, and many will not be kind. Many will try to sway him to their cause, or enslave him, or kill him.
How long does he need to recover?
I don't know. It's part of the attuning process. I have no idea.
Audience, I could roll a history. Would my master have known how long? I guess this would be potentially something if he knew
It's
this
possible.
is when the exiled would be at their weakest.
It's possible. You can roll.
Might have told me. I'll roll a history. Disadvantage. Never mind. I'm not going to roll again because that's a nat 1, and if it's disadvantage, that'll be...
You feel like he told you at one point, but you were so arrogant and in those times that you didn't listen to it.
Okay. I'll say I don't know how long they need to recover, but...
If you need to call
we can obviously, if you think it's a good idea or not, I can obviously... I've already messaged the garden that an exiled fell. I can ask for their support. Otherwise, we'll stay here and...
Oh, I wish you hadn't done that.
I haven't told them anything else, but I just told them that an exiled fell, and we were going to check it out.
If you want to call for help, you can only call for those that you have absolute trust in them. I wouldn't call my sister because she's been hanging around this fellow who just wants to know what it is to kill every most powerful whatever in the world.
Core would not
see this fight.
Core would not fight an exiled when it was at its weakest. He would wait till it recovered, and then probably offer to fight it. I know Core. He's not the type to hit someone when they're down. He wouldn't find that worthy. But I understand your fear. I'm trying to think. Is there anyone audience would call who he'd absolutely trust? That's not. Is there anyone any of you guys would call who we absolutely trust? Like, know everything?
Tobiyashi is the obvious choice, but
yeah,
he's
Toby
not there.
Would be the obvious choice.
You know that the halfling Longshot came from the same monastery as he did, and he knows Tobiyashi personally, so he might know a few things, and he might know that Exile aren't evil creatures. But it's as far as I can get for helping you choose.
Do we know if Longshot also trained with the Exiled?
No.
No, we don't know. But we know that he was part of the same.
Longshot and Tobiyashi were raised in the same monastery.
I know that he likes Exiled. Yeah, let's call Longshot. I'm gonna call Longshot.
Takes a moment, and you just hear him go, I'm about to go to sleep. What is it, audience?
I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm just gonna be like, Longshot, a new exile just fell. I know you've potentially had dealings with him in the past, and I'll give him our coordinates. He needs help. He'll be defenseless until he attunes to this world. Bring anyone who you know you can trust. Anatasi is here. Make sure it's someone you can trust and someone that won't try and take advantage of the situation. I trust you, as you've worked with exiles before. We'll be holding out for as long as we can.
Oh, wow. That's a lot at this time of the day. Okay. Just give me Give me a little bit of time to figure this out. Oh God, I gotta avoid people who might have agendas. Um. Oh
All right,
wow.
I trust you, and then I'll hang up.
All right.
All right, I'll be like, I called someone who's potentially worked with exiles before and trust them and told them to only bring people who we trust to help defend, but until then, we're on our own, so whatever defenses you want to put up, we'll be here to help.
All right. So, I don't know if Remy remembers because when it happened, there seemed to have been a little bit of discord on who kept it, but I rewatched it, and Remy, when you showed the bell to Tobiyashi, he gave it back to you.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So you technically have the bell, which acts as a distress beacon. If
We
you
could
ring
call
it.
in another exiled, but also we know that if we do call another exiled, he comes ready to fight basically what's ever there.
But
Like,
he can arrive anytime between a few minutes to 2.5 days.
yeah. I mean, we don't even know if someone's going to come and try and kill the exiled. We're just kind of making precautions.
Mhm.
So,
But
Just know
Antasia
some
has a
people-
point. The exile fell into the skies that Otanel will have been able to see.
yeah, watch my religion show up to kill them. To kill him.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, maybe. Like,
I mean, they would. I'd believe
Yeah.
it. Audience knows this. He knows that it's likely if his religion saw it and saw that an exiled fell and knew, and he knows his high priestess know what it is. She'd probably send a kill squad to go kill it under the dragon's orders.
Mhm. Let's make another religion about the exiles.
I'm pretty sure there already are religions about the exiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do I think? I'm trying to think of whether it would be smart to cast non-detection on it.
I mean, it's risky to cast a spell on it if it's not aware what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I was like both from a casting a spell on it perspective and
Right now,
Oh,
you're not
like-
even sure he understands you.
Yeah.
The
I think
attunement
we
process is he's going to attune himself to your world. So what he's going to learn through that, maybe he's going to instinctively learn your language, maybe not, maybe it's something he has to do, which means your interactions may forge the kind of exile he'll be, or it's just something
I
that happens.
assume if we defend him, he'll recognize that by the time he's attuned to the world. But I wouldn't necessarily immediately just try and cast a spell on
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I think we just need to, whatever Antasia's defenses are, help out with that. And as I said, we're kind of low on resources right now.
She
Do our
takes
best.
out what looks like a little snow globe with a wooden fort inside. Well, I guess it's the perfect time to use this. She takes the globe and she smashes it. She smashes it. She smashes it and she throws it up like this, and you see the fort deploy in the air, expand significantly, and fall around. It's a wooden fort. There's enough room for more fortification in the center, and you feel that it's probably intentional on her part.
Jorg, could you start brewing? Can you start brewing the exhaustion tea? Maybe we'll have some time. I don't know, but if we do, let's.
I don't want
Do
to
what we
waste it If we're not
I'll turn to
resting now.
Antasia. Do you have any way to enhance a exhaustion tea? Do you know what that is? To quicken its effects.
I think I've heard about it. I've never actually tried it. I'm not really prepared to enhance any potions. I mostly have what we need to defend this position for a certain amount of time against a moderate invasion force.
Fair enough. We'll do what we can. I don't personally, Jorg, I don't think it'll be a waste. Again, we got here very quick on a cloud. There's a chance. I know from my religion example would take some time to gather a force if they were going to send a force to take it out. We might have time to
20 miles. You can... Anyone that is not using magical means will be arriving in about a day.
Yeah. Let's use what we can. I don't think it would be a waste to... I think it's important that we protect this exiled. As much as that goes against all my base instincts. Something in my heart is telling me it's important that we protect this creature.
And it is an interesting opportunity to ask questions once he's better.
So what's the layout of this fort thing?
It's a square wooden fort with a tower at each corner, a gate that has been oriented where she feels it's best. The gate is facing toward where Otanel would be, because she feels like it's where there's the most chance that something will be coming from. And so the most vulnerable, but also most heavily protected part of the castle toward. That is reasonable according to her. The walls are approximately 40 feet high, and the highest tower goes to as high as 60 feet. It's thick wood. It's not a flimsy birch wood palisade. It's an actual wooden fort.
All right. I just to see how much, if it locks it more or not, I'm gonna stick the lever on the fort, starting at the bottom and go up. Just the one that secures everything.
Good thing you didn't forget it on the pillar.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Damn.
Oh, you have to go back. All right. What this tells you is that it's been magically locked. So unless someone brings a arcane enhanced battering ram, they're not getting through the walls.
Okay.
Against an arcane engine, so arcane ballistas or things like this, your lever might not be able to hold, because that's pretty powerful magical siege weaponry. But it will definitely hold against... Yeah, it will hold against normal or conventional siege equipment, and it will provide a measure of protection against arcane enhanced normal siege equipment. And Antasia goes on the palisades, and she uses magic to summon troops, elemental troops. You see these different types of soldiers, earthen ones, aerial ones, fire ones that goes on top of the towers. It's magical towers, and especially with what you just did, it's not catching flame. So the aerial ones fly encircle. And you see them sometime go away and coming back. It's not a lot of people. She casts it twice, and she used a pearl to a concentration pearl to hold one group in while she's summoning the other one. Though you know those pearls, they're pearls that allows you to hold two concentration things when you use them.
We don't have these pearls.
They're
How expensive are these pearls?
rather expensive, and there's always a chance that if when the spell ends, the pearl will break. There's a chance.
It might be a one-time, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go up to Antasia. I'm basically gonna tell her, I'm gonna be like, as I said, we just came from a dangerous mission, so hopefully any force that might come will at least take some hours to prepare themselves if they know how dangerous an exiled could be. I'll keep scout, but I'm gonna try and get some. I'm gonna try and get some rest before potentially anything comes, so I'll be more useful if it comes to a fight.
All right, I'll keep reinforcing this perimeter. You and your party try to get some rest. I don't know why, but I feel like this is going to be a eventful next few days.
Just as a little more cover while we're trying to rest, I'm going to put energy strings out in front of the gate.
Okay.
I am going
Last
to
for 8
summon...
hours.
I'm going to use my last level 2 spot and summon Magna before I go to rest, and I'll have her patrol the... Actually, I'll have her go out and patrol the surrounding area to warn us of potentially if any force is going to get near, or when they're going to get near.
Okay.
I guess we can desummon and resummon Oranak if he can rest.
That's how you give him his 8-hour rest. That's
yeah. So we'll desummon him. Yeah, and then I'll just wait for Jorg to finish his tea, drink that, and then get some rest.
It's not too long of a preparation. Within 10 minutes, everything has been brewed. Everyone has a little bit of tea. Even Fisher, although, you don't appreciate it as much as everyone else. It has an earthy taste, but it's soothing. It's relaxing. You can just feel like you're ready to go to bed as soon as you finish drinking it. And it feels like it's going to be such a relaxing night.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it better be.
Panic, everybody, panic!
Hopefully. I guess I'll tell my mimic to hide somewhere. It's already done.
Right. Okay. Thank you for remembering that I'm here. That's very nice of you.
Does that mean we cast Cloud Windwalk on it and it
came with us?
I mean, yeah. What else were we gonna do with it? We said we'd take it back to the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if an enemy makes it in the fort and decides to sit on you, we'd appreciate if you ate it.
Okay. It looks like there's a little place in the dark over there near that huge gate. Because mimics don't like the sunlight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go make myself a rock there.
Sounds good. Well, yeah. We'll hopefully make it through this and take you to the garden in a couple days.
Can you be a nice flat stone slab right inside the gate?
And there's supposed to be a lot of people that walk in. I'm gonna try and eat the first one, but I don't want the second one to kill me. I know how that works. I've seen adventurers before.
No, it's fair. Just hide in your corner.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It doesn't involve you. Sorry for getting. If someone randomly comes to your corner, you're welcome to take care of them or not. It's up to you. Just the deal still stands. None of our allies will harm you, and don't harm any of our allies.
Right. Good. Okay.
We'll let them know. I will let Antasia know about the mimic as well, if she hasn't already noticed that.
Well, yeah, she's probably looking at you a bit weird as she's summoning more elemental guards.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hey, this is our mimic that we got from our last mission. We will have some questions to ask it. I promised it protection, and it promised not to harm any of our allies, so it won't harm any of the soldiers or people coming as long as we don't harm it. So, just leave it alone and it'll hang out somewhere.
You adventurers, you find weird friends everywhere. And she turns around and says, come on, Rock, help me. And you see this little rock elemental following her.
Otis thinks you're one to talk, and then...
At least I don't make my friends.
What are you talking about? Everybody makes friends.
At least I have friends. Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright, so you all go to sleep. Well, except Fisher, you go into sentry rest.
Also, no, I think this is a good time to sleep.
Also, any items you want to reattune, switch around, that would be the time. Jorg, combat spells over potentially exploration or trap spells.
So, technically speaking, as you'd sleep, you'd all level up.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Technically.
Yeah, that's because it's a bit early to end the stream there, so...
Surge. Feel a surge of power. Oh, actually, I do feel a surge of power, because my item should level up on this level up.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Fisher, Remy, and Audience's object all level up. Jorg, unfortunately for you, it's next level, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You just leveled up your object level before, so it's not.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that does. And I will. Yeah.
Well, I don't mind sharing that information. Alright, so it's just that I'm not going to have time to add it to D&D Beyond tonight. I'm going to do it.
Oh, obvious. Yeah, I don't expect you to.
Alright, so, audience. Yeah. Here we go. So
I have to roll another d10.
The natural AC that your arm is giving you will go up by 1.
Okay.
And you would gain audience here. This ability. And I forgot to write.
Create a 30-foot radius impenetrable dome for 1 week.
Oh, that's weird.
So the emanation of your spirit guardians doubles.
Alright, so you have this new feature that appears for your object.
Oh, you know what? I've actually completely forgotten what the level 4 spells are for Oath of the Crown.
No idea.
Remy.
Why would I ever look that high?
Just like I know you're supposed to just stop at level 3. But
In shocking news, guys, audience did also just get flight.
And a little bit.
yeah,
Hell
you do get access to find greater steed.
Oh, I do. That is true. Maybe I should have summoned the more powerful version of Magna before I went to sleep.
Remy, you.
I think it happens after your long rest.
It does.
Well, technically, you are getting your long rest right now. So Remy, this is what adds the spell and additional spell points. And Fisher.
Okay, not actually that bad. Guardian of Faith and Banishment. For your level 4 oath spells.
Yeah. In this particular situation.
He's pulling your legs. That's not what I wrote.
Oh. All right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
That's the new spell.
I gotta roll my d10. Where's my d10? This is my d10? Here's my d10.
I think this is your new spell point pool.
I get to re-roll 2s and 1. 4, 8.
All right.
So that's 8 plus, or I just add 8, I think. Or do I have to override? Is my AC 2? So I gain 10 technically, I think.
So your natural AC now becomes 15, and you have a +2.
No, sorry, I wasn't about AC. I'm talking about how to, because I'm right now having to override my HP on Beyond to get my HP correct. So I'm trying to figure out how I actually what I'm adding.
No, you don't have to override. You just have to go into manage HP and just add what you rolled to the number.
Yes. Oh, for me it's over because I had 124, I think, which is what it was at. Yeah, I have 124, and then, but when I don't override it, it goes weird. If I just don't
note it on the
override
side, and you can try and figure this out.
Yeah. Just let me. Yeah, because then that switches to that.
Fisher, there's a reason why I chose that spell in the list that you gave me, because it ties a bit into you as an entity. Because the spell is affected by your alignment. It becomes a proof for most people, except the most learned arcane user who knows that this can be faked. But for most people, it is a definite proof that you have a soul.
Sick.
Because the shape is affected by your alignment, and you cannot have an alignment without a soul.
So I do get plus. Yes, that would make sense. 8, and then I get 2, so that'd be 134.
Nearly every single construct in the Dungeon Master Guide, nearly everyone, is unaligned or neutral.
Ooh.
So I chose it because when I was looking at it, it kind of fits into your own personal story also.
Oh, I get 4th level spells. That is actually really big.
It is both an expression of your nature, but also of what you are. Now you can say to almost everyone, I have a soul. Do you want me to prove it?
You've got soul. You're not a soldier.
Remy, like I said, obviously, I had selected a few spells that I thought were interesting, and the fact that 3 of the spells that I had selected were in the list that you gave me, I chose one of the 3.
Oh yeah, no, like if I honestly, if there was one were more the most appropriate, it's like that probably would have been the one I picked too.
So how that works for you is, once again, it's a new gem that appears on your lantern. When you touch it, it's going to have an effect when you open your lantern, because it's going to open it and there's going to be no light coming from it. That's because the light has been projected somewhere else. And you're going to, the sensor is actually the light of your lantern being pushed somewhere else.
This little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
And of course, for you, audience, well, you have a little private moment with your little dragon inside of you that just looks at you and says, I think they look nice on you now. I mean, you feel a little bit more, like a dragon.
I appreciate it.
It was a bit of a task to forge them out of what I have. So I'm glad you openly says that you're appreciating it. And I just tweaked them a little bit so they could provide just that little extra shielding, resilient
Thank you.
stuff.
I'm sure Remy will appreciate it. I wink it. No. Remy actually is the one who least needs my new ability, but
well, when you say Remy, he just says, I don't care about him. He just steals treasures.
who I don't think I've ever asked you, who is your favorite member of our party besides me?
Like, I'm sorry. Just real quick here. Last I checked, Ravi is the one who is constantly giving audience gems.
That is true.
He'd have to think about this one. He says, that's the difficult one. Well, the nature guy, he sort of just leave me cold. I don't like him. I don't hate him. He's just nature guy. So it's he's useful. Fisher, I mean, I think he'd make a very nice statue. You put him in a corner and it's a magical piece of art. He can actually walk and talk. You can have decent conversation with him because I think he has a soul. At least that's what he tells you. So he's gonna have a beautiful conversation. So I don't know. He's useful in the party, but I think as a magical piece of art, that's where he would shine the most. Remy, he's hard to classify. Because I'll give him the fact that he gave you a lot of gold that you gave me after. But I just having so much trouble trusting him. What if he turns on us? What if he steals our gold at one point? Has he ever stolen anything from us?
No.
Are you sure? So. Or is it just because you didn't see it?
I trust Remy.
I don't know. I think he's a bit like Jorg. I don't hate him. I don't like him.
Okay, that's the worst thing that he said all campaign.
Yeah, Fisher, audience makes a mental note to not tell Remy that his little dragon likes him the same as Jorg.
Like, just even putting them in the same category.
It's like, I don't think Remy would like that. But I won't say anything.
But then again, audience, you know that you could severely influence your little dragon's opinion of Remy if he stole something beautiful and magical and gems and, you know.
I think I'm just not going to tell who my favorite is. Audience just wants to know.
So, you know, I guess by elimination, you'd have to go with Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher's a pretty cool dude. Pretty good guy. I like Fisher too.
Yeah.
Does he fuck?
He fucks people up.
He's a good guy to have at your back.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let you try your new gift because I get the feeling that the next few days will be something to remember or want to forget. Either way. You know, I've heard a bit about those being. Never met one. It's gonna be interesting. They're so mysterious. And audience? He looks at you and he gives you a slap, but not a I hate you slap, a stay focused slap. Audience?
Okay.
Don't kill it.
I won't kill it. I promise. I will do my best to protect it. At least I won't kill it until it's at its full strength. You know, I'm not a guy to strike it now.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like Core. I'm not gonna hit something when it's down.
Right. At least try to make friends with him. You know, he might be a good guy. Huh.
Trust me. I know. Why do you think I'm going to the effort of protecting him? I understand. I will even protect him against my own church if they come.
Oh, that's interesting. Mm.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but...
Well, you never know.
If it does, so be it.
Well, I really hope you won't have to, but we both know that it might actually end your conversation with him interrupts there. For a brief moment you look around, wondering where he went. Nothing's there. It's complete darkness. And then you feel it. The breath. The presence. Your God.
Oh shit.
Eclipse?
Whoopsie. What's up, Dad?
Hi.
I'm not dead.
You've been a very naughty boy lately.
Audience.
Pretend you're asleep.
Sleep.
Audience. My most loyal friend. It
Yes.
seems you have something of value near us.
You mean the fallen? Actually, I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah, I'm just gonna say yes. It appears so.
That is an interesting opportunity. I did not expect anyone to find one. It is vulnerable.
It is. It's like a baby discovering this world, but
You know what it will become.
I do.
You know what you have to do.
But it doesn't feel right.
I know.
My heart tells me it's not right.
But you can't go against your nature. It can't go against its nature. It may be small and weak right now, but you know what it will become. You know what will happen if you let it grow in strength. You know of the lies they spread, of the masses they charm. It is not because they have great knowledge that their intention is good. After all, it is when you have knowledge that it is easy to convince those who do not have any of what the truth is. Maybe I should send some help.
That won't be necessary.
I can sense a large number of our own within a day's walk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. He knows they're there. Yes, my main church is nearby, the capital city.
And you have one of our most faithful sister there.
Yes. But again, it's not right. We shouldn't. I understand your hesitation to let this thing grow, but to strike down a child before it's fully formed, it's not. If it is an enemy and it turns against us, I will do my utmost to strike it down. But to strike it in this weakened state, it's not honorable. That's not. It's not what a. It's not our strength. It wouldn't have. It would have no meaning, no justice.
I understand what you're saying. If it will ease your mind, I can send someone else. Or I can leave you with this advice. When it will be ready, when it will be near the moment where it regains complete mastery over its ability, it will draw in a large amount of energy. There will be a moment of stillness, as if the world stops spinning. That will be his last vulnerable moment. Drive your sword through his chest at that moment.
Okay. I'll nod. Not. How would I do this? I will roll a performance that I am agreeing with him.
Okay.
It would either be persuasion or performance. Or actually deception or performance, but we'll do a performance. I'll pretend to agree. So we'll do performance.
Performance would be if you want to just start and increase it and make it a very large moment of, oh yes, my lord, I do understand.
I'm gonna roll both. I'm just gonna roll both and tell you it, because I'm doing both. I'm doing a performance and a deception.
Okay.
Good rolls. 18 on both dice. That is a 26 performance check and a 21 deception check that I am agreeing with it. And as I do this, I will say, trust in me to take care of this. Do not send anyone else.
Okay. The performance roll has lowered the DC to succeed your deception roll. So after everything you say, he looks at you for a brief moment. He says, audience, the world may depend on this. Don't disappoint me. You have a feeling that it worked. Mostly.
Alright. Hey guys, audience isn't going to become a villain. Good job.
You mean the campaign's it's not going to end with a huge PvP fight? Everyone against audience?
Well, everyone against audience and his religion people showed up. If I was gonna betray them, I'd be like, nah, send every. No. Hopefully that'll buy us some time or some lesser forces. We'll see.
Audience messaging is priestess. Send dudes. You mean nudes? No, I'm outnumbered. I need more men.
I mean, yes, but later.
As a reward.
If I kill an exiled, will you send me nudes? Question mark.
Wait, I thought we're supposed to not help audience want to do this.
JK, unless? Question mark. Smiley face, winky face, heart.
Alright. You all wake up from, for every one of you, a very restful sleep. It was amazing. Fisher, you are aware that the camp has been scouted twice during the night, although nothing tried to attack. But because you have your sentry rest, you notice that Antasia was restless during the night. On several occasions, she wants to check up, and there was a reaction outside. So most likely the fort has been scouted twice, maybe 3 times during the night. Audience, when you wake up, Magna informs you that she has also perceived 2 attempts at scouting the camp, but no attacks.
Could she recognize the groups? Are there any recognizable groups of who's been scouting it? Anyone?
No recognizable markings, although one smelled very open field, hunty type creatures. You know, people who spend a lot of time in nature, who hunt and run and have the smell of the air, of the fields and the forests.
Okay. I will tell her good job, and then I will desummon her, because I am switching my spells around, and I don't have her as a spell. So we'll say that's how that
desummoning
works.
her to summon the better version of her.
actually don't know yet. So we're gonna...
Okay.
There are a lot of really good 4th level spells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jorg, I
But,
think that you probably had been a little bit nervous during the night because although exiled aren't a huge part of your religion, the druids, because of your neutral state, you'd admire them for that. They do appear neutral themselves. They never take sides. They always seem to be acting for what is best for the world. And on that point, you would admire them. But with so much power comes a very real risk of one being corrupted. And if one was corrupted, it would be the type of job that would bring many druids to try and settle the problem, because he could make change on large scale in the world. So right now you don't know, and it all depends on what happens during the next few days. You may be looking at a very powerful ally, but there's an equal chance right now that you may be looking at the worst enemy you will have ever faced. It could go either way in your eyes.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you interact with him and what he lives through when he is at his most vulnerable. For Fisher and Remy, I'd say it's exciting. It's an exiled. I mean, within the magical community, the arcane community, damn, there must be so many questions you have in your mind. And Remy, damn, if only you could formulate them. You have no clue how someone who has clearly never interacted with your species will react to how you talk. But also, Fisher, you can't help but to feel probably a sense of kinship toward this creature. It is alone. He has a handful of allies, of brothers or sisters. You don't know if they even have sex. But you know that he has only a handful of people like him in the entire world. And just like you, when you woke up, he is vulnerable. His mind is pliable. Just like yours was a long time ago.
Just a baby.
But it's also a moment where you might have a chance to understand why in the arcane community they say they don't tell it to everyone, but anyone who has heard their stories will never doubt their commitment to good. They are the exiled. And you are exiled when you committed a crime. But no one will ever doubt their commitment to finding redemption. Fortunately, the only one you ever knew who might have been able to tell you something about this is Tobiashi. So, maybe an opportunity to learn it for yourself. Who knows? So, like I said, you all wake up bright and early. You all are made aware of the scouting attempt on the camps. Scouting attempts on the camp. Placed the S at the wrong place. What happens when you wake up? We're going to end the stream in a few minutes. I just want to know what you do when you wake up. Because Jorg is going to fall asleep.
I cast anti-gravity on ourselves to see what it's like.
Just trying it out.
I will not do that because I feel like we will all die from fall damage.
And actually, if we don't die from the fall damage, you will definitely be the one to die with just a steady aimed arrow.
Hey, look everyone, I got a new spell.
Audience does nothing. He actually actively does not interact with any member of the party. Purposely, he kind of like walks away.
Oh, audience become a loner. Or, you got a new friend that you can talk to, the Mimic. He doesn't care about your friends.
More audience already knows that he's probably not going to do what his god thinks he does, but he doesn't want to talk about it out loud in case it hears him. So he's like, I probably betray my entire religion and everything for today. Today's the day, and I am gonna go process that in my own way before the battle.
Oh, audience, if that's what you are thinking right now, then there's a moment that was predicted to you all that probably lingers in your mind. There was too much noise. You couldn't hear who was saying it, but someone was telling you, you strayed from the path. You need to be brought back. That was one of the things that was said when you had that moment where you were told where someone may die.
Yeah. Audience is actually going up to the paraparts and just kind of standing there. He seems to be staring towards where his Othanel would be, where his church would be. He's just kind of standing there, staring off into space at it. Wondering who might come, if they will come, if his deception worked, if it didn't, what will happen if they do come.
So, audience is definitely looking troubled. Distant. Probably Remy, you're the one who can understand him the most because you've been so close to his religion, because of everything he said and how he integrated you in there, but also because of your arcane knowledge, your arcane upbringing, if we can say. There has always been a divide between what audience said the Exile were and what you've learned through books that the Exiled were. And right now, you're finding yourself in the position of finding out for yourself, but also understanding the kind of dilemma that audience may be feeling right now. Because he has said out loud that he has doubts. So you may be the one that understands audience the most right now. Jorg, well, audience is doing the audience thing. Although you're used to see him more talkative than this, but he's probably just being
And
stoic.
heroic. Yeah.
I would bring Terry out and explain what's going on.
Okay.
Catch him up to speed.
He looks
All hands on deck.
He looks at you, a bit confused. You get the feeling that he's a bit tired, because ever since you started time traveling, he's been staying at the same time evolution as his box, but you haven't. So you get the feeling that it's nighttime for him right now. But he understands. And he is very curious. He's never perceived anything like this, a being like that. And he tells you the oddest thing. He says, "Are they both our friends?"
What do you mean both?
There's two of them.
Right there?
Yes. They're right on top of one another.
I was not aware of that. How can you tell?
Because there are two life source.
Can you Are they different?
More like related. But one is on top and one is inside. But they are linked.
Kind of like Civ was?
No. They can't truly be unlinked. Civ and Krill could be unlinked.
Huh. I will go over to wherever Anastasia is right now, and
she's patrolling the walls.
Hey,
Meanwhile, everyone else is looking for Antasia.
Yeah. Did you know there's two of them?
It's been suspected. Why? You have confirmation?
Yeah.
That's
Terry doesn't really see like we do. You mentioned there was two life sources. Audience, no!
Now there's zero, bitch! No, I'm
kidding. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Oh, I gotta go to bed.
All right. I'm going to finish that discussion with Fisher, and then we'll finish the stream. So, unless you're planning on interrupting Fisher, you could go to bed immediately if you want, or if you just want to stay for a few minutes. We're going to be finished in a few minutes.
Okay. I'll stick around for a few minutes.
Okay. Antasia looks at you and says, it's very often been suspected that their cloth might be a sentient creature of its own because of how they talk about it, as if it's a dear friend.
Interesting.
Many suspected that it was more of a magical object kind of things, but not what you describe. She looks at Terry for a moment. Not what you see. So they are two.
Described it as separate but inseparable. Unlike that of something with a bond to like a symbiote.
Like a person in a tuned object would probably be the closest comparison we can make without talking about Sid and Girl. Well, we're going to have to study this as respectfully as we can. It stopped trembling during the night, so maybe it is in the mood to talk.
Be a good idea to, as soon as we can, be able to communicate with it.
I would suggest that you gather your party if you want to do this. And she looks toward part of the battlements and looks at where our audience is. I get the feeling he had a rough night. I couldn't perceive his thoughts for a full minute. So
He was kind of raised against these things, so.
yes, but his mind was shielded for an entire minute.
Oh.
The kind of shield that he can't produce.
Probably got gods talking to him again. They do that.
Yes.
Question is which
Exactly.
one.
Well, gather around. We can try to make a first contact. She turns toward the little stone creature that she has with her. Stay on the battlement. Tell me if anything happens. You just see the stone creature. Then he starts walking away. He's a bit nonchalant. All right. And with this, that's where we're going to end today's episode. So, you are fully rested. You're going to have time to look at your spell lists, trying to adapt it to what you think may be the best configuration for what may happen during the next few days. And, you know, audience, you'll have a little bit more time to carefully read these new abilities of your...
Yeah.
So,
are you going to change the item on D&D Beyond, or is it just...
yes, I will change it on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
So tonight it was just because you leveled up midstream.
No, that's fine. No, I'm just wondering if, like, you...
Yeah. I will do my best to change everything before the next episode for each one of you. And yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. All right. So, campfire. I said campfire. No, campfire. Better. All right, so thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for watching. hope to see you again next week. Schedule is still the same. Wednesday, live campaign, 7:30 Western Coast time. If you're living on the Eastern Coast, the rebroadcast is for you, 7:30 but Eastern Coast time on Friday. And in between, we have map making and world building with me at 9:30 Eastern Coast time, because that's where I live. And if you want to support, we got Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon. A link below if you want to make donations. So go nuts. Just try and stay civil. I had an angry person on Reddit because I post advertisement there. Just stay civil. That's all I ask. So, that's it. Hope to see you again next week. Hope it was a nice, whatever part of the day it is, wherever you are in the world, and you found whatever you were looking for. And so, we'll see you again next week, and as always, stay safe and stay healthy. So, good night.
Good night.
Good night.